Okay, this is number 4 from Unit S, Concept 7. We're given cosine of x over 2 minus sine of x equals 0. And we're supposed to solve for this. This is the half angle. So we're going to replace that with the half angle formula for cosine, which is radical 1 plus cosine x over 2. Or, okay, this whole thing is in radical. Sorry if that wasn't clear earlier. Minus sine of x equals 0. Bring everything down. So remember, this became this, okay? So here we want to bring this over by adding. So then we get 1 plus cosine x over 2 equals sine of x. And we want to get rid of the radical by squaring both sides. And because we square both sides, we're later at the end we're gonna get an extraneous solution, which we have to plug in all of them to check to see which one is the extraneous one. So then we get 1 plus cosine x over 2 equals sine squared x. And I'm gonna move this. No, not yet. I'm gonna cross multiply to get rid of this 2 on the denominator. So multiplied by 2, multiplied by 2. Alright, so we have that now. We want to move this all over to make it equal 0, so we can use the zero product property later on. So 1 plus cosine x minus 2 sine squared x. And if we use our Pythagorean identity, we can substitute this sine squared x for something with cosine. So everything can be cosine and we can work with it easier. So then sine squared x is equal to 1 minus cosine squared x. Keep in mind I'm keeping the negative 2 there. Okay. I'm going to distribute that so that gets us that. And then negative times a negative is positive. Oops. There you go. And bring everything down. Simplify or combine like terms. Minus 1 equals 0. My bad. Okay, from here, this is a trinomial. So, or it's a quadratic here, I guess. And we can FOIL this. Oh, no. My bad. Not FOIL. Factor this. And that gives us 2 cosine x minus 1 times cosine x plus 1 equals 0. Here we can use zero product property. So we set up 2 cosine x minus 1 equals 0, and then cosine x plus 1 equals 0. Here, when we add 1 over here and then we divide by 2, that gives us cosine x equals 1/2. And here we get cosine x equals negative 1. Okay? And where on our unit circle will x equal 1/2? Because remember, cosine is the value of x. That's going to be at 60 degrees and 300 degrees. Where cosine will be negative 1, there's only one value for that, which is 180 degrees. Okay, now that we have our possible solutions, we're going to plug into the original this to check for extraneous. Okay, I'm going to rewrite it on the side here. Okay, so here I'm going to be checking for 60 for 300 degrees and 180 degrees. Okay. When we plug this in, we get cosine 30 minus sine of 60 equals 0. Cosine of 150 minus sine of 300 equals 0. Cosine 90 minus sine 180 equals 0. See how I set all that up? Because this is half of x, so they're all half right here, but they keep the same values over here. So cosine of 30 is radical 3 over 2. Okay, sine of 60. Oh no, that's also radical 3 over 2 equals 0. That checks off, so 60 is a solution. Cosine of 150, that is a 30-degree reference angle in quadrant 2, so that's negative radical 3 over 2. And sine of 300, well, 300 is in the 4th quadrant, and that's a 60-degree reference angle. That is negative radical 3 over 2. Remember the negative sign right here? So negative 3 radical 2, basically plus radical 3 over 2 is equal to 0. That checks off. And then here, cosine of 90, that's x of 90. So that's negative 1 minus sine of 180. Oh, wait, no. I was thinking incorrectly. Cosine of 90 is 0. And sine of 180 is also 0. Right? Because quadrant angle. Yeah. So, turns out all 3 solutions are correct and none are extraneous. So then, down here, we convert them to their exact radian values. 60 would be pi over 3. 300 would be 7 pi over wait. Well, anyways, 180 is pi, and oh my gosh, I did not remember my unit circle values. Okay, I'm gonna convert it here. 300 divided by 180. Oh, 5 pi over 3. Whoops. So these are the radian values, and these are the angle values.